Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to see the WatchOS 10 and it is pretty interesting because now we are in the beta 2 stage of the WatchOS update. So it's going to be particularly interesting to see the new parts to it, and also that I wanted to show you a lot of things which have changed in the WatchOS 10 from WatchOS 9. So let's get into the video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click on the bell icon and leave a comment below as well if you want to talk about it more. Let's get into the video. Okay, so I have the WatchOS 10 installed. This is the beta 2 version, and let's talk about it. So to start with, the watch is obviously performing really well with this update. I don't see any issues as such. The best things which I like about this is, firstly, the weather app. It is extremely good. Everything is full screen. If you look at say fitness, it is completely full screen. All the apps are designed for the Apple Watch, at least it feels so. I don't know why my weather is not loading, but yeah, it's just loaded up. So as you can see, the animation is also extremely cool. You have a edge-to-edge display. With this, I can maybe foresee that Apple is going to come out with the Apple Watch Series 9 and maybe the Ultra Watch Series 2 with a lot of updates. So all you have to do is just click on this and you will be able to see different modes. Like, you can see that the pressure is low, the UV index is low. Okay, the visibility is 10 kilometers, humidity 84%. So it's pretty good that way. I can come to know everything. Obviously, I can scroll down and get more information regarding them. So all of that is there, and I really like this wheel sort of a thing, which is very nice to understand what's happening. Pretty good. Keep swiping, you'll get more information. So yeah, really good user interface over there for the weather app. The next good thing which I like about this update is the heart rate sensor. So the heart rate sensor is completely changed. If you see, you'll let it measure it, and once it does, I'll be able to show you. Yeah, so now you can see this cool animation which comes up. Then you also have obviously the today part where you see the heat map of your heart rate and everything. This is the resting heart rate and walking average and all of that. So all of that is there. You can get more information over here. It's pretty good. The other thing is, I like how they have changed they've changed practically every app. So if you see this part, you'll be able to see the noise, and here you've got all kinds of informations happening. So I think it's pretty nice. Oh yeah, the watch face. Let's look at that as well. So there is a new watch face which has come out. I'll show you. For some reason, these tend to be blank, but as soon as you click on them, then they start loading up. That's kind of weird, but I'll let it pass because it's beta. Okay. Yeah, this is the new watch face. So I think it looks pretty good. You can set up various watch faces. There is even a colorful watch face which is there, which are these multicolored rather. So if I set on this and leave the compilations as it is, so you will see that the second hand is all like a change in color which is happening. I really like it. But one thing which I have observed is that on this display, it tends to eat a lot of battery life, which I don't like, but otherwise it's pretty good. Now obviously you do have a mindfulness and everything, but here you can actually log how you are feeling. This is also available on the iPhone now, so you can select between pleasant, unpleasant and all of that. Say I'm pleasant, so unpleasant, I can say that I am stressed just for the heck of it, not actually stressed. Hobbies, maybe Yeah, so I've logged that in, and you can do that. You can even get reminders, so I can say remind me, and the breathe app is as it is from before. Now within timers, you can set up multiple timers now, so that's a nice thing. Then you have this clock app, which is the same. There is no difference over there. Everything else is the same, even the time is the same, so all of that remains the same. Now let's go to the world clock app. Here things have changed, so now you have a very nice display over here. So here you can see everything, right from what time will it be, and it keeps changing also. So suppose if I have to have another city, so I can just go to the list and I can say Hong Kong, and then the time will change, and here I see the actual time. So right now it is 21:27, and I can actually change the timing, like what you get for Android, you get it for here. So I think it's pretty interesting, but yeah, you have to do a lot to dive in over here, but overall it's nice. Now we already saw this, we already saw weather. Now the calendar is more or less the same. There is not much change over here, I feel. Activities have changed, so suppose if I do a outdoor walk, so obviously this is the same, this has not changed a bit. But if you see over here, now you can do multiple workouts, which is interesting. You can even add workouts, which is again pretty interesting. Yeah, the ECG is more or less the same. It is actually pretty similar to what it was earlier, just a little bit of change over here, but yeah, that's good. Oh yeah, now if you swipe down from the home screen, there is this widget app which appears. You can add a maximum of I think 8 widgets, nothing more to it. You have a clock over here, and the time always stays on the top right, if you can see it. But yeah, you can put in a lot of widgets over here. Simply just press on this and it will start moving. You can even pin widgets, so add it. You can add a lot of widgets. So yeah, all of that is there. Now coming down over here, if you double press the crown, you'll be able to see the past apps. If you press this, then the control center comes up. The control center is more or less the same, but it's slightly changed, so it's overhauled a little bit. Apart from that, the messaging and everything has changed. The stock apps has changed. So in stocks, you'll be able to see a different kind of a layout which is there. So that's pretty interesting. I think I like the way the stock app is right now. Apart from that, you do have photos and all of that still remains as it is. You can even choose to have a list view from here itself, though I like the grid part. Obviously the grid has now become a constant, like a list but with icons, so that is pretty interesting. The walkie-talkie app and everything is almost as it was before. The wallet is the same, the calculator is the same, so all of that is the same. There is not much change there. Yeah, you do have the compass app, it's the same, there is no difference. Backtrack, all of that, no difference in the operation over there, so all of that remains the same. Yes, you can do a 3D kind of a map now, which is nice. But yeah, more or less it's the same, not much difference over there, I feel. If you want to shut the watch, then you keep on holding this, and that's how it goes. So that's there. Let's go to the low power mode and check that out once. So all you do is you go to battery, and then you just click on this and you have low power mode. Now under low power mode, you have background heart rate measurements going off, heart rate notifications, irregular rhythm notifications, and blood oxygen measurements go off. You can even set a time till where it has to go off. I found a difference with the low power mode. There is not much which is to be done over here. It even changes the always on display to off, but apart from that, it's I think it's pretty useful if you want to go on with the day. But I would have loved an other low power mode where I could only see the time and the watch could have lasted for say a week, but that's not the case. The battery life, as I said, has not been so good for me. Let's look at that as well. So here under battery, if you see, the battery health of my watch is at 100%, but there is a problem with respect to how the battery is. It discharges very fast, but yeah, that's something which is there. Here you don't have any other options. That's it. So yeah, it's I like the update, but it could have been slightly better in terms of the low power mode. But apart from that, everything is nice. The blood oxygen is almost similar to what we had earlier. So this is the Apple Watch. I think once the third-party apps and developers start to work on it, it will start looking much better with all the widgets and everything happening and all of that. I can imagine a widget over here of a third-party app, and it would look much better. But yeah, this is the WatchOS 10 for you, beta 2. Yes, there seems to be some glitches here and there, but I think it's obviously a beta version, so you cannot complain too much over here. But overall, it's a nice update. Let me know down in the comments of what you think about this update, and as usual, thanks for watching.